Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is James, this is Jammy Dodger Flips. I've been on holiday for 2 weeks, so I have actually got 35 orders to pick and pack for you guys today. Yeah, I don't really know where to start. I've already picked the orders, so as you can see they're all over there on the table. Got a few here as well, which I'll go through. I'll go through one by one what is sold. It's been a hectic 2 weeks. eBay was a little bit quiet on the first week of the holiday, but then the second week it really picked up. Sales started really coming in, getting that really nice daily payout. I was sitting on the beach on holiday. It's lovely. Best job in the world. As you would have seen on the channel already, I did post, I think, 2 or 3 car boot videos whilst I was away on holiday, and they've both blown up. So thanks so much, guys, for the support on those videos, and welcome to any new subs that came from those videos. Yeah, I'm in my garage if you haven't seen already. And there's the broken light for all the guys that like to point out the broken light. I will one day fix that, so don't worry. But it's a bit dodgy. It's held up with a mains cable and a screw up there, but it's fine. It is solid. Yeah, so 35 orders. The first order was actually from the 8th of September, so we're going back quite a while now. So my plan of action whilst away on holiday was, because it was 2 weeks, I did want to still make sales, because obviously it's making money, pays the bills and everything. It's nice to get that sort of income still. Every sale that came in, I would actually send a message to that buyer. I'll leave it about 12 hours or something, so leave it quite a while just to make sure they don't cancel it on their own or whatever like that. But yeah, every sale that came through, I would leave it till that evening, and I will send them just a message that I've already scripted out, copy and paste it into the messages, send it off to them, and just let them know the situation, that I'm on holiday. Dispatch will be over 2 weeks. Are they still happy to proceed with the order? And luckily for me, every single buyer was perfectly fine with it. They either didn't respond, or they responded saying, yep, I've already seen the dispatch times, perfectly fine with me, and all good. But what is annoying, just a little moan at eBay, I don't know if anyone else experienced this, but I set up time away and it put the banner on my excuse me, it put the banner on my shop home screen, but on each individual listing there was no banner to say that I was away. So the only thing the buyers had to go by me being away, was the estimated delivery times, which we all know no buyer bothers looking at. So that's why I was sending these messages out. So I sent the messages, and a lot of the time people will come back to me with like, oh, I didn't realise that, I didn't know you were away, because they hadn't read the dispatch times, but they were fine with it anyway. But it's bad for eBay not to put that banner on the top of every listing like they used to do on holiday mode. I don't know if it was a little glitch on my account, but I got other people to have a look at it for me, and yeah, all my listings weren't showing that I was away. So very annoying, but no problems. Return wise, we had one return, which was, I think it's still in the house, but it was a Dymo label writer thingy. Only 20 quid. It went with the neighbour. I just trusted that they had sent it back. Another little issue with eBay and their time away mode is that you can't obviously look at the returns unless you have someone there who's going to open it up for you. But luckily I got home and it was all there, it was all good. But I decided just to refund them anyway whilst on holiday, and I took that risk. They could have sent back a packet of crisps or something, who knows, and I could have refunded them 20 quid and they would have the money, have the item, but luckily they were telling the truth. It was only a change of mind return, so that wasn't a big deal. And other than that, absolutely no returns, no annoying customers, nothing like that at all. So very happy with how it went on my time away, which is quite a rarity for me. Usually when I go away, I get a ton of returns, loads of annoying customers, annoying questions, but yeah, it was nice and peaceful and just the way I liked it, really. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. And of course sales started rolling in. So anyway, without further ado, sorry for waffling on a little bit, let's get into what I sold. So as I just mentioned, guys, I'll start from the orders from the 8th of September and just work my way up. So like I said, it's 2 weeks worth of orders, so quite a few. You will get some smaller items, sort of like £5 to £10 sort of value in items, but then it works its way up to the sort of £70, £80 worth of items, you know. I don't think I've had any big hitters over £100 this holiday, but wait and see, I might have forgot a few. Anyway, the first order that I'll start with is this Technics cassette deck. If you sell Technics, you'll know these come in a stack system. You buy them in a bundle, then just separate them all out. That's what most resellers do, and just the CD player usually goes for about 40, 45 quid. The cassette always sticks around for ages and usually sells very cheaply, but it is still worth selling. This is only sold for £12.99 plus postage. But the whole deck, it was so long ago, probably cost me about £40 to £50. Well, this is just pure profit because the speakers I think sold for like 50, and the CD 40, and all the other, like the remote, even the remote sold for like 25, 30 quid sometimes. So yeah, always worth looking out for Technics. They have dipped a little bit in value, but they're still worth picking up. It all depends on the model, but some are worth big money still. And next up is this really lovely pair of wrist-bought ice skates. These are like figure skating skates, almost like brand new. You got a little bit of like corrosion rust on the blade, but nothing too major. Of course, they come with the protectors as well. These have sold on GSP for $69.99 plus postage, and they only cost me £10 from the boot sale. I actually picked up another pair, almost identical, slightly different size, same condition and everything. This lady said that her daughters just wore them for a little bit and then just got rid of them at the car boot, obviously, like, very cheaply. But I think brand new, these are like probably over 100 quid. As I mentioned, 70 quid in the bank from £10 invested. They did sit around for a little bit longer than I thought, probably because I'm aiming a little bit too high on the price. But the condition's definitely worth it because they're so nice. There's no scratches or damage to the leather. Just a really nice pair of skates. Even in sort of beaten up condition, these will probably still fetch like 20 to 30 quid. Next up, we've got a bit of clothing, which is something I don't really touch that often, but I do know cycle clothing. So this is a jersey. Obviously it's Beano themed, so quite a popular sort of design. This is made by Fosca, as you can see there. This one I think cost me like 2 or 3 quid from the car boot. It's sold for $19.99 plus postage. Next up is a bit of a regret buy, to be honest. I think I paid £2 each for these ones. They're just like camper van deck chairs, or camping deck chairs, but people use them in the camper vans. These are sold for $29.99 plus postage. So still quite a good flip, just a bit awkward to package. I bought them, I thought they'd sell like within the week because it was nice and sunny outside, but they've actually sat around for like 6 months or something silly like that. I don't know why, maybe there's just more options out there. It's quite a basic design. A lot of people prefer the sort of floral, vintagey design. Yeah, like I said, a bit basic, so, but still, £4 into 30, not too bad at all, just a bit of a pain to pack. And another little gamble that actually paid off for me. I usually pick up clothing and it's always a big mistake. This is a Liberty like purple checkered shirt. I don't know if that's Liberty of London, but correct me in the comments. I don't know, it could just be a Liberty random brand. Cost me £1 in the charity shop, sold for $9.99 plus postage. Next up, we've got this camo style camelback. Quite a nice one, nice fresh hose in there. A lot of the time these are mouldy because people leave them all wet and horrible. It's got like a brand new nozzle in it as well. I did bubble wrap it just to protect it and keep it clean. That one there sold for $17.99 plus postage. There are some designs of camelbacks. It all depends on the size of the bladder. The bigger the bladder, then the more value. I've sold them in the past for like 40, 45 quid. It all depends what you've got and the condition, of course. And of course, people don't really want to be using pre-owned nozzles, so try and find ones which are in good, clean condition, not mouldy. Just double check all that stuff before you sell it, of course. And next up, probably my favourite sale of the holiday. This was from the 13th of September, so what was I, like 3 days into the holiday, and this one came through. I did post it on Instagram, so if you follow me on there, you'll see how much it's sold for. I recognised it at the car boot instantly. You got Rosie, Jim, and the duck. I don't know if the duck had a name. Let me know in the comments if the little ducky had a name. Yeah, this is a vintage ragdoll. I think it's made by Born to Play. It's a bath toy. This one cost me £1 at the car boot, and it is sold for a massive $54.99 plus postage. I wasn't expecting that price, but I saw on eBay people getting sort of 15 to 20 quid each for these little figures. Yeah, so I chanced it at £55, and finally someone took it. It took about 2 months to sell. If I wanted a quick sale, probably could have put it on for like 45 quid and it probably would have sold within the week. But it's a bit of a niche buy. You got to find the collector. A lot of people with these canal boats like to buy Rosie and Jim stuff and just dot it all around the boats. If you do find the plush, I've mentioned it in previous videos before, but if you find the actual plush ragdolls, they go for huge money. So always keep an eye out. This is a Eric Cartman bobblehead. Again, I've showed it in a previous video from a car boot find. This is sold for $13.99 plus postage. I believe it cost me 50p this one, so not a bad flip at all. 50p into £14. Yeah, it's just a really cool toy. I believe it's pronounced Blaupunkt. I don't know. It's just a wireless Bluetooth speaker. I paid £3 I think for, or maybe $2.50 at the car boot. It was in one of my videos. I can't remember the exact price. It hasn't got the remote or anything, but it's got the cable with it. I have tested it, fully works, really good sound, and it's sold for $19.99 plus postage. And another bit of clothing. This is a cycle bib jersey sort of thing. It's like tights for men for when they cycle. You know, all the road cyclists out there, they all like to wear this tight sort of spandex sort of stuff. Again, it's made by Fosca. So there's Fosca there. It's only sold for $13.99. I think it cost me, like, again, £2 from the car boot. Cycling gear does sell well. Again, it's all up to the brand, so make sure you find the right brand, but there's plenty of money in it. So now we're approaching the sort of wintry months. It's about time to get your sort of high, knee-high boots on. These are just Clark's brown leather suede boots. I actually got these from my colleague at work back when I was working part-time. Yeah, I bought a bundle of him, some Game Boy bits and board games and whatever, and these boots were thrown in as well. They've sold for $21.99. They probably owe me about 2 quid in the whole bundle, so not bad at all. I've mentioned this brand before. This is the Pampered Chef. This is a cookie press. Nothing too amazing. Hasn't sold for too much money. It's gone for £10.99 plus postage. It cost me, I think, about £3 in a charity shop. I thought it'll be worth a little bit more money. Some of the stuff in the past has sold for really good money, like 30, 40 quid. Because I think they're discontinued now. I believe the company closed down. So yeah, do look out for it. It's a good name. Just make sure the item you're finding does actually have a bit of a market. This one sat around for about 4 or 5 months, so quite a long time. Yeah, it's a GSP buyer as well. That's going to Denmark. So yeah, someone in the world always wants this kind of stuff. Okay guys, we've just packaged the first 12 items, which I've just shown you. There they all are here. So it's already quite a big bundle of items. I'm in no rush to get them out. I think I've got like up until Tuesday to get the rest of these out. Anyway, let's get back into what else is sold. So the next sale, which is on the 17th of September, was these Skechers. You saw these, I think, in my previous car boot video, or the one before that. I paid £25 for 3 pairs. At the time, I thought it was a bit of a risk, but now this is actually the final pair to sell. They've all sold for £30 and above. So I think the first pair went for like 40, second pair went for like £30, and these have sold in the middle for £35. So that's £25 into what, like into like 90, £100. So yeah, very much worth it. At the time, they were a little bit grubby, but after a quick clean up, they almost look brand new. Obviously, paying £25 at a car boot's quite a lot to invest in used items, but obviously it was worth it. So yeah, £35 for these ones. And out of all the items, this was probably the only one where the customer was a bit like, "Ooh, are they going to get here in time?" Because she needs them by next Wednesday. So what's that going to be? The 27th, I think. Yeah. So we discussed it, and she's paid £35 plus, I think, £3.75 postage. So I said to her, I'll try and send them out on Saturday, with like every next day or something like that, just to make sure they do get there on time. If I sent them standard, they probably would still arrive on time, but it's not worth taking that risk. She's already waited like 2 weeks already, so yeah, hopefully she enjoys them. Or her hubby, whoever they're for. And the next thing that sold is just this Dyson charge cable. Nothing too exciting. I literally just bought this in a bundle of Dyson bits. The Hoover itself wasn't working properly. You can sell them spares repair, but it was so grubby and dirty and full of like pet hairs and stuff. I just thought I'll get rid of that and just sell the little extra bits separately, which I've done with this. So I paid £5 for the whole lot. This has sold for £13.99 plus postage, literally just for the cable. I have also sold another part of this bundle, which I'll show you now, which is just the wall attachment bit. So the Hoover goes in there, as you know, and you've got some little attachment bits there. It's a bit dull and boring, but it does make money. That's sold for £14.99 plus postage. So £13.99, £14.99, paid £5. I also do have a few little extra bits, I think, still listed, which were included in that bundle. So yeah, the rest is now pure profit. Next up, we got a pair of Gazelles. Whenever I see them and they're in good enough condition, they're always worth picking up, because it's usually around like £15 minimum. Yeah, these have sold for £18.99. I paid £5 for a bag full of car polishes. The bag is sold separately for £15.99. It's Auto Gleam Life Shine. I'm sure you've heard of it before. Quite a popular model. A lot of people just want to buy the empty bags just so they can put their polishes in it. For me, these always sell within about 3 days of listing it. Yeah, so £5 into £16 plus all the polishes, which are over here. There's some sprays, and you've also got a few polishes on the side over there, which I'm probably going to list separately. A little bit of extra money from those ones. Yeah, if you can find it cheap enough at the car boot, always buy it. And yeah, you can usually end up getting a load of polishes for free. Next up, we got a brand new Samsonite luggage scale. I have shown this on the channel before. Paid £1 for this one in a charity shop. Easy money. It's sold for £19.99 plus postage. So £1 into 20, simple as. Very easy to pack. All brand new and sealed. So it's not really going to get damaged or anything like that. Worst thing that can happen is it could get lost in the post, but hopefully it won't. Okay, so we're getting a little bit cramped now in the garage, so I've got 17 here I've already packed up. I'm going to print the labels for these ones, drop them at the shop. It's only a 2-minute drive, so it's not too much of a faff for me to go to the shop now. And then, yeah, it's 3 o'clock, so I'll probably tackle the others today, try and get them done as well. It's wearing me out, it's killing me. But I have done the harder ones. I've done the deck chairs. Deck chairs are here, as you can see. They were a bit of a pain to pack, but nice bit of flat bit of card, and then just wrapped in tape. This seems to have done the job. I've also used a load of that and pallet wrap, which is there, just to keep them held together so they don't scratch each other and all that. And then you've just got a load of smalls down here and just boxed items. But yeah, 17, quite quite bulky and everything, so it's probably best I get these out of the way before I try and tackle the other 18 parcels. So yeah, it's a good problem to have. So as you can see, this is my sort of walkway I've got here, but other than this, I'm kind of tripping over everything. I've got items on the floor, I've got card everywhere, poly bags all out, it's a bit of a mess. So yeah, I'll get these dropped off and then I'll be back. Been another crazy morning at the boot sale, but we are back now. I've still got about 17 parcels to pack, or 18 I think it is. Yeah, yesterday I did the 17 that I showed you, and I went to print the labels. Halfway through, my label printer just stopped working for some reason, but I managed to fix it. Something happened where it managed to just stop printing the labels halfway through. I don't really know what went on, but managed to fix it, got them all printed, stuck on the parcels, dropped off at the shop. But like I said, I've got 18 more to go, so I'll show you guys what was sold and get them packed, sent off to the shop, and we can carry on business as normal. Right, so the next sold was actually on the 18th of September. It was these Rental bars. These are handlebars for a mountain bike, really wide. I paid £5 for these ones, and they've sold for $79.99 plus postage. Really, really cool sale. I knew exactly what they were as soon as I saw them. There's the bars there. They look brand new. Maybe tried on the bike once because there's a little bit of a mark there, but they've never had any grips or anything like that. No damage or anything. I'm pretty sure they're brand new. Good brand to look out for. Rental. These are the fat bar model. Yeah, pretty crazy. £5 into £80. Not your everyday sale, so I'm very happy with that. And next up, a bit of a random one again. This is a Yamaha keyboard. I think I paid about £5 for this one. Unfortunately, it was missing its power cable, but it did come with a case. So I sold the case separately, tried it with batteries, didn't work at all. And yes, I sold it spares repair for £15. So still a nice sale. The case I think went for like 15 quid. So £5 into £30 of sales. If it was fully working with the power cable and case, probably like a £50, £60 keyboard because it's quite a high-end one. But yeah, I've just sold it spares repair, so hopefully someone can have a go at fixing it. Definitely a bit of a fail sale, this one. This one sold for $7.99. It owes me £1 from the car boot, and it's just an umbrella stand. It's made by Lady Claire. Saw it in the field, thought it looked interesting. They only wanted £1 for it, and it's sat around for like a year or something. I've just been relisting it, dropping the price, and finally it's gone. Next up, we've got this war book. I believe this is from like 1945 or 46 or something like that. It's called In the Service of the Nation, something to do with like the firemen of the war. Yeah, pretty cool. This actually came out of my granddad's loft, so it doesn't owe me anything. It's only sold for £8.99 plus postage. Not amazing money, but very easy to ship. And next up, another little sale. Yeah, had a kind of a flurry of little like under £10 sales, just to clear stock. These are a pair of Hunter Wellies. They're girls' ones, but unfortunately the rubber has actually like degraded on them, or like dried out, and it's really cracked. I mentioned it in the description. You'd usually get about 20-25 quid for these, but these ones have sold for £8.99. As long as they've read the description, then I should be all clear. They owe me about £2, I think, from the boot sale. And now a bit of a chunkier sale. Towards the last few days of the holiday, I sent out a 10% offer, and these I think were up for like 45 quid, and they have sold for £41.39p. They're just a pair of sort of Nubucky Timberland men's boots. I think they're like UK size 12. Really nice. Paid £5 for these from the car boot. As you can see, there's a little bit of staining on there, but other than that, they're in really nice clean condition. So yeah, lovely sale. Now it's coming into winter. Like I said before, do get your boots up because they are selling now. Like even this morning at the car boot, it was definitely a sort of cold, wet field, but luckily it's still not freezing cold yet, so still quite a good turnout. Oh yeah, and as I was saying with that offer, I had about 165 offers to send out, and I sent out like 50 offers at a time, which was amazing. So quickly sent out 10% off on everything, got a flurry of sales, and then business went back to normal. The next one to sell with the offer was these Clark shoes. Just little kids. They have sold before. They got returned before because they weren't vegan. So they're actually real leather. Really nice, just little kiddie shoes. They've sold for £16.19p. I believe, plus postage. So only a small sale, but still they owe me about 3 quid from the car boot, I think, so not too bad at all. Hopefully they're happy with them and they stay put. And we're now on the 20th of September, so the next sale was this Buzz Lightyear. Not too much money in them. If you can pick them up cheap enough, then it's worth it. I think this one owes me about £1 from the boot sale. It's the Karate Chop Buzz, so if you press this button on the back, its arm goes up and down. It's quite cool. This one sold for £12.99 plus postage. Another small sale, paid £1 for these sort of, what are they called, Wellogs or clogs or something like that. They're just rubber sort of gardening shoes. They're only like a small, like size 4 or something like that. And these are sold for £6.29 plus postage. Next up, we've got a really nice little money maker. This is a Stanley IntelliSensor Pro. It's a stud finder, so you turn it on, put it onto the studs on the wall, and it will show where the screws are, so you don't drill through any screws or wires or anything like that. Really quite a cool item. I paid just £1 for this one at the car boot. It's all fully working, all good. It's got its instructions on the back, and that one has sold full price for £21.99p. Really nice sale, really easy to pack because it's so small. It should cost me like £3 or something to send. So yeah, definitely keep your eye out on sort of Stanley and sort of like unusual work tools, especially electric things like this. They do always sell really well. Next up, we've got this Harry Potter unicorn. Quite cool, brand new with tags. I think it owes me about £3 or £4 from the car boot. I thought it might be worth a little bit more money because it's like an original with tags and everything like that. So it has only sold for £14.99, but it's still profit. If I paid £3, that's still quite a decent flip. But yeah, I was expecting maybe 20-25 quid for this one. And another really cool one from a film. This is from Moana. This is Maui's Hook. First time I found this, actually, I knew there was some value in it, but I didn't expect to get what it sold for. It has sold for £22.99, and as you saw in my recent car boot video, I paid just 50p for this one. Yeah, so that is definitely an item to add onto your radar for the boot sale fields. And we're nearly done. We've got 5 more sales to go through. So the next one I've already wrapped up. Just wrapped it in bubble wrap just to try and protect it a little bit. You've got 2 mugs in there as well, which I've wrapped up separately. Yeah, this is a Philips T for 2 Teasmade. This one cost me, I think, £2 from the car boot. I did have it on video, so can't remember which video it's in, maybe like 3 boot sales ago. That has sold full price for £24.99 plus postage. And next up, again from a recent car boot video, this is a portable Bose sound dock. As you can see, it's for the old iPod connector. It's quite a nice one. It's got the battery on the back. Unfortunately, I was missing the charger and the remote. There's the battery there. As you can see, that does come off as well. So yeah, really nice condition. A little bit scratched up, but other than that, it's all good and fully checked out, fully works. Luckily, I've got the exact model in stock with the cable. When I bought it, I knew that I could test it out at home, and it all checks out, holds its charge nicely, plays good, clear sounding music. And yeah, that's sold for £24.99, so a really nice one to look out for. And here we've got another £5 winner, again from a recent car boot video. This is a Swiss Wenger, or Wenger, however you pronounce it, rucksack. Really nice condition, really robust, sturdy, quality sort of laptop bag. You got all the zips there, no damage to it at all. I did really well out of this guy. I got tons of stuff from him, including this, £5, and that is sold for £32.99 plus postage. And here we have a Angry Birds Star Wars plush. It's only a small sale, sold for £6.99 plus postage. I think I paid about 50p or £1 from the car boot, so not much in it at all, but it's still profit. All adds to that final payout, and that's the aim of the game, really. And finally, we're on the final sale. It's nothing amazing, but I'll quickly show you it. It is another pair of Hunter Wellies. They've only sold for £19.99. Again, slight issues with the rubber, where it's started just deteriorating a little bit. Only on the strap, so it's not too major. The actual boot itself isn't too bad, but you can see it's quite stained and a little bit grubby, which I couldn't get out. If you leave the dirt on these boots for too long, it just gets into the rubber and it almost stains them properly. So there might be ways to get it out, but because these were quite damaged already, there isn't much point in doing that. I'll sell them for the quick flip, and that's what I did. I think I paid £3 for these. Top of my head, I can't really remember exactly. £3 into 20. Again, another decent flip. If it sounded like I was short for breath, it's because I got like a bit of a cold coming on, so I'm a bit wheezy and everything. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you guys. Yeah, again, thanks so much for the continued support on the channel. I'm absolutely loving the feedback on the videos so far. Lots of comments, lots of likes. The views, of course, they're all helping. And yeah, YouTube's growing a lot faster than I thought it would, so I'm going to keep doing the videos. Car boot videos will slow down in the winter because, like I said, I turned up this morning and it was pitch black as soon as I got there, so wasn't really in the zone for filming. It's not ideal, really, but it does brighten up as the day goes on. As we all know, car boots do quiet down a little bit, so I might take a little bit of a video break, but I'll try and still pump out sale videos like this and just general reselling content. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, guys, please do subscribe to the channel, give it a like on the way out, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.